Hi, everyone, and welcome once again to one of our Hobby Memorial Library events. We have a very special guest today who's going to be doing another Surviving Adulthood series video, and it is on cybersecurity, which is what everybody needs here. So please welcome, we have CTC IT trainer and help desk coordinator, Angela Mars. How are you doing today? And thank you.
I am doing wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can go ahead and take it away.
Okay. Hello, CTC Eagles. I am Angela Mars, and I am the IT trainer and help desk coordinator, and I'm here to talk to you about cybersecurity. And do have a PowerPoint to share with you. So as we're going through, if you have any questions, just let me know, and we can get those answered for you. Okay. So first of all, each of us is responsible to protect CTC computing and information resources, and your partnership is critical for our institutional IT security goals and strategies. If you do have a chance, please take a look at the computer ethics guidelines and student computer and network policy that is in your under computer usage in your student handbook. And one single vulnerability is all an attacker needs to get access to our computer systems and do a lot of damage. Okay. And we're here to help you. So if you do have any concerns, have any questions, you can always reach out to the IT help desk, either by phone, by email at help.desk@ctcd.edu, or in person. We're located on the main campus, and we are in building 551. Our hours of operation are Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Central Time, Fridays 7:30 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. You can give us a call. Local number is 254-501-3103. Or if you are out of our area, anywhere in Texas, call toll free on the 800 numbers. Okay. So first of all, for cybersecurity, one of the basic things that you can do to protect yourself, to protect any resources that you're using, is to have strong passwords. And some of the guidelines for passwords include having a password that's pretty long. If you have worked with any of our systems here, Eagle Self-Service or email, you do know that we do have long passwords here, 16 characters, but carry this over to any type of systems or applications that you're using. The longer, the better. Good passwords are going to be complex. So what you want to use are upper and lowercase characters. You want to use numbers, and you also want to include special characters. And not just at the end of your password, but use it throughout your password. Be sure to change your password regularly. If you have something that you do maybe a couple of times a year, such as resetting your clocks when we have a time change, that would be a good time to change your passwords. At a minimum, passwords should probably be changed every 45 days. And choose a password that you can remember. Substitute characters, maybe for a phrase that you can remember. But one of the things that you don't want to do is leave passwords laying around if you do happen to write them down. Which brings us to password tactics to avoid. Don't write those passwords down and leave them under the keyboard, tape to your monitor, or any other place that somebody might find. Don't share your password with anybody. If you think that somebody knows your password, then change it immediately. Do not use personal information to create your password. Passwords should not be related to any information that can be easily guessed if somebody knows you. Do not use passwords that are found in the dictionary. So just very common words. Sometimes people that are going out there trying to use programs to guess your password or guess a series of passwords, those are usually the type of things that those programs are looking for. So again, maybe a phrase that is something that is special to you would be something that you wanted to use. And again, just use substitution characters for each of those words. And don't use the same passwords for everything. Same password for your email or for your Eagle self-service or for your bank accounts. Use different passwords for different logins. And be sure to change your password regularly. Okay. Another thing that you want to do is that you want to protect your personal information. Some of these can include things like your name and your social security number, your date of birth, any type of government issued identification number, mother's maiden name, any unique biometric data, which includes things like your fingerprints, voice print, or your retina or iris image, routing numbers. You want to make sure that all of these are secure. Also part of cybersecurity here at CTC is just to make sure that when you are using any of the computers on campus, be sure that you're only using authorized software. Most of our computers here have all of the software and applications that students need already loaded on there. Don't go out and add any other software that you think that you may need on those computers. Okay. Okay. Also, you want to protect your email and to have good email habits. Our IT division recommends that some of the following practices be used to protect yourself and our resources from email scams. Do not click on links within an email unless you know where the email is coming from. A lot of times we will get an email, we're just not sure where the user or who the user is and where that user is located. We are curious sometimes, we open up that email, but the best thing is if you don't know who it's from, you might just want to go ahead and just delete that email. And definitely don't click on any links, especially if you do open the email and realize that you don't know who it's from. Just go ahead, close it and delete it, and also delete it from your delete folder. Okay. Don't open any attachments from any emails unless you know who the sender is and you're expecting an email from them. Okay. And of course, delete any suspicious or suspect emails. Okay. Make sure that you have all of your applications and any other software updated, and make sure that your operating system has the current updates on it. A lot of those are security updates. Okay. We also need to be concerned about any mobile devices that we're going to be using on campus. Just like your desktop computer, you can access the internet through tablets and through telephones. And so you also want to be sure that those are protected. Be sure to use passcodes, pins, and or biometric devices on your mobile devices to help with unauthorized access so that somebody doesn't walk by and pick up that device and is easily able to get into that. Okay. Maintain up-to-date software, including your operating system and any applications that you have on there. Okay. Disable any features that you're currently not using. such as Bluetooth or turning off Wi-Fi or any infrared. Set your Bluetooth-enabled devices to non-discoverable so that unauthenticated devices can't go out there and detect them. And avoid joining unknown Wi-Fi networks. So here at CTC, we do have a network, an open CTC network for all students to use. But if you're on campus and you see any other networks, I would probably avoid joining those. Okay. And don't install apps that you don't need, and delete any unused apps. And if you do need to discard your mobile device, if you get a new device, be sure to go out there and delete any applications, any personal information that you have on that device before you do get rid of that. And don't leave your device unattended. So what are some of the attacks that you can have on your computer and on your mobile devices when you're dealing with especially email? Those attacks can include phishing, spear phishing, vishing, smishing, and farming. So what are these? Phishing are emails that are designed to trick you into giving away your credentials, such as your new username and passwords, to computer hackers on the internet. If you do ever happen to call IT with any type of help, resetting your student self-service password, Eagle self-service password, excuse me, or resetting your email address, IT is never going to ask you what your password is. We'll just go ahead and just reset it, and you will have a new password. If you've responded to an email and clicked on a link and you're not exactly sure who it came from, if it looks suspicious, notify the IT help desk and we can give you additional assistance on that. If you do receive phishing emails, don't click on any links and simply delete those emails, and no further action is needed. So for vishing with a V, this uses your phone or voicemail service to contact you to get personal information. Criminals may use your mobile device, or they may use a landline device. Some of the topics include warranties, income tax, or software or hardware upgrades. Smishing uses your text message system on your mobile device, often requests a response and establishes communication channel, and may contain a link that will ask you for personal information. So again, if you do get any of these, just delete them and don't click on any links and don't respond to them. Okay. For farming, farming actually is not with email, but actually with internet usage and actually surfing on the web. While you're going out there exploring the internet, the user visits a website, or you would visit a website, and it automatically installs malicious code on your device without your consent. And so what it does is it starts collecting information from you. And once the device has been compromised, usually the attackers will have different tactics that they use to collect your information. Some of these can be quite sophisticated. Be on the lookout for these. This is an example here. You actually go out there to Google, but notice that the address area up at the top does not let you know that you are actually on Google. It has a different address than what Google is, or what you normally see with Google. So this is one indication that this actually is maybe somebody that has a website out there that's trying to collect information from you. Okay. So for farming, be sure that you're careful about visiting websites without knowing the author or the publisher of that website. Be vigilant about checking the URL or the web address for any location you visit. Update your desktop, laptop, and mobile device with virus software, and be sure to keep current with your system or operating system upgrades or updates. Okay. Also, a threat to our computers would be malware. These include things like viruses, keyloggers, ransomware, and we've probably heard about a lot of this in the news recently with hackers going out and sending email, and you click on the link and you automatically put one of these types of malware on your system, and then those programs will go out there, or applications will go out there and cause damage to your computer system. Okay. So some of the warning signs that you might have an infection on your device include increased pop-up messages, slow or freezing computers, sudden lack of hard drive storage, especially if you're not going out there putting anything on your device, certain files on your device not opening, and antivirus software disabled without you disabling it, and hard drive activity when your computer is idle. So if you do have any issues with malware, be sure to contact the IT help desk. And if you do notice or think that you do have a security risk, again, IT help desk is at help.desk@ctcd.edu, or you can call us at 254-501-3103. And with all of us working together, we can do our part to fight cybercrime. Reporting spam, any cybercrime or identity threat theft keeps everybody safe. And so thank you for your time today. If there are any questions, let me know. It takes everybody at CTC to help maintain our network and computer security. And please take these lessons and apply them every day. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to me or to the IT help desk. And thank you.
Right. Well, I actually do have a couple of questions, and just a reminder, guys, this is a pre-recorded event, so make sure you put your questions in the comment section, and we will go ahead and get Miss Mars to answer them for you. And if you want to, hit that stop share button. One of the questions that I have, I was watching a video, a very scary video. In fact, all of this is very scary.
Mhm.
And it was someone who had managed to reverse scam a scammer. And they were able to get into the video of the scamming center, and they were going under, like, it had been for a major company here,
Mhm.
like, in the United States. And they said that a lot of times people will click the first link in Google, and that's where a lot of these scammers will hide,
Mhm.
is the first, second, third, fourth, and you've got to go way down before you actually get to the company.
Mhm.
And people don't tend to notice that URL. So I'm glad you talked about the URL.
Yes.
Make sure that's the company. But they had they were going, posing as a bona fide company, and they were actually getting all types of information. They were getting photographs. They were listening to conversations. So,
Mhm.
would you talk about that a minute, about, having your camera available to people and your phones available to people talking, because once the scammers and everybody can get in, they pretty much live in your house with you, right?
Right, right. If they are able to get access to your computer system, to your network, once they get access, what they do is they download applications or programs to your system, and these programs will go out there, collect information, do damage to your system, and it's just a matter of them getting that little door open and getting access. You could have a network or a company with thousands of computers, but it only takes one person to go out there and click on a link to give them access. And so that's what makes it so scary a lot of times, is it just takes the one person. And so if you've ever been browsing on the internet and you do go out there and you do a search on something, a lot of times you will notice that you do have to scroll down a couple of entries in order to get to the actual, let's say, for instance, company that you're actually looking for. And when you do go out there on Google, you should be able to see on the search page what the address is right there. So a lot of times, if you're looking for a company, maybe you're doing some online shopping on your personal computer, um, you will see that those first entries are sponsored, possibly, and that's another company that is, gone out there, you went searching for shoes and you had a particular brand, but it's a different brand than what you were looking for. So you do have to be vigilant on that, and be sure to look at those different entries and look at the web addresses before you do click on them. If you do accidentally click on them, a lot of times, all you have to do is just come right back out. Most of them are other legitimate companies. They just want to be number one on your search. But if you do notice that things are starting to happen to your computer, then that might be something that you want to check into. Um, Another thing that I kind of missed also is be sure to periodically clean out your cache on your browser. Um, Instead of going out there and, keeping everything stored up. I have my settings to where every time I log off of my browser, it automatically deletes my history and my cookies and everything each time, so that when I log back in, it's kind of a clean slate. So
Yeah, that's definitely important. I have a question about apps.
mhm.
I recently got a new phone, and it comes with like a million apps. And over the years, I have, when I look to about, installing programs or uninstalling programs, I look at this list of, I don't know what this does. Does it, if I get rid of it, am I going no longer going to be able to text people?
Mhm.
How, other than sitting there and Googling every single app to find out what it does, do you have any ideas how to figure out which ones are the unused apps and get rid of them?
I think it depends on the platform that you're using. I believe sometimes that one platform will come with apps and you're not able to delete them. I think that's built into some of your phones and some of your tablets. Um, and then also just kind of reading the little quick guides that they send with those. Usually they'll have a list of what's available out there with just kind of a brief explanation. And so I would definitely look over those. I know we have a habit of wanting just to get that new phone and just start, using it right away. But if you do have questions, pick up that guide and look at that guide so that you do know what's out there and what you're using.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, good. And I have a plug too, and it actually is not so much about IT, but it's cybersecurity.
Mhm.
Um, we as librarians, um, people tend to put in, like, if you have a library card at a public library, or you have it here. I know we have passwords, but
Mhm.
public libraries usually just put your library card number in.
Mhm.
I just want to tell everybody, protect your library card. They never understand that, if you've got a library card and it's lying around, people can pick it up. They can actually get into your account in
Mhm.
your library card account with just your library card. And
Yes.
so that is a way also to get people's personal information and stuff. So
Yes.
anyway,
Yes.
and things that we don't think of, that are pretty scary world. And it's always like you just added like 3 new types of cybersecurity since the last cybersecurity training I did. So
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
oh, that's new.
Yes.
So they're
Yes.
always ahead of us. And
Yes.
yeah.
As much as we're trying to combat cyber crimes, you have people out there that are trying to find ways around that. And a lot of times, you've got people out there that will want to do, crime, and then you've got those people that are just kind of doing it because they want to know if they can do it, and so it's kind of a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, it's called job security, right? For
Oh.
you.
uh,
So, well, if anyone has any other questions, definitely go ahead and put them in the comments. And Miss Mars, do you have one thing or a couple of things you want to tell everyone as a good reminder? Remember, this is surviving adulthood, and if you're going to be, out there doing things, these are important things. Would you like to kind of say a couple of ending words?
well, just always be vigilant. That's a very good word.
Yes,
Just,
yes.
always be aware of your surroundings, and especially when you're on your devices, and it's just something as simple as, if you have your cell phone, putting in passcode out there, because we've all done it before. We've laid our devices down, and turned around, and it just takes a second for somebody to pick it up, even if they're not going to physically take the hardware, but they may go out there and just kind of briefly scan and see what you've got on your phone, if they have enough time to do that. So I would just say always be vigilant.
Good words, good words. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to go ahead and, kind of give everyone some really amazing, great advice, and we truly appreciate it. Guys, IT is your friend. I call you all the time,
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. And
mostly when I lock myself out of things. So,
we've got a group of really good people, and you'll see them on the help desk at certain times, and then other times you will see them around campus, going out and doing our fixes for our hardware and installing software and so on and so forth. So give them a call. They're really here to help you and really happy to do it.
yes. Well, thank you very much. And before everybody goes, I want to tell you some more of our upcoming events. We have more Surviving Adulthood events coming up on February the 5th. We have time management, journaling, and Google Calendar. So here's your chance to organize your life, guys. And on February the 7th, we're going to be having a cooking vegan. And this is a local chef in our community who is going to be helping you guys out with that. That will again be at noon. And so make sure that you mark a calendar. So thank you again.
Thank
And
you.
you have an awesome day.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you.